So we have a cooling fan down here, and it used to look just like this. What happened was all the blades got broken off. We're still trying to figure out what happened. We think we got some weeds in the engine, and then it got caught on a lot of wires, cut the wires, and just got caught on everything, and we just destroyed the fan. So we have a brand new fan here. I got this for about $13 online, so they aren't very hard to find, and you don't need to buy a whole new clutch. The clutch was fine, and the clutch is actually about 30 bucks if you wanted to get a new one. So we're gonna put this fan right down there. So this is the fan right here, and you can see every single one of those blades is snapped off. To take the fan off, I'm going to be using an 8mm Allen wrench, attach it to a ratchet, and right behind the fan, it can be kind of tricky if you don't know where it is, but right behind the fan there's a cutout, and if you get it just to snap right in there, then you can just start taking it out. Once you got it broken loose, you can just take it out by hand, and that sure makes it easier and faster. Now if I pull on this a little bit, it's still tight, so now that we got that bolt loosened up enough, we can pull it out and take off the fan. So to loosen the tensioner, there's a tab right here, and an 11/16 wrench fits right on that. And you can just pull up on that, and that loosens the belt. So now you can just pull the fan right out. So here is our fan, and this is the bolt that was threaded in behind it. And you definitely want to keep anti-seize on this bolt because there's not much room, and if this thing gets stuck, it is a pain to get off. This mechanism here is the clutch. Whenever the belt is right here, it drives the fan. But say there's a blockage and the fan blade hits it, this can continue spinning so it won't stall out and rip the belt into shreds and burn it up. There's 4 bolts here, and we want to take all 4 of those off. They can be a little tight, but once you break them loose, they're easy. These bolts can be very rusted and tight, so if you just take the socket and tap them in, that breaks some of the rust loose and taps the socket deeper in. And if you don't do this, you're a lot more likely to strip it. So now you have leverage, and you don't have to worry about it coming out. And there we go. It broke right loose. Now we got the last bolt out, and we should just be able to lift that right off. Here's an old versus new comparison. You can tell there is quite a difference. This one would not help you cool your coolant. Now we've got the fan blade on. You want to make sure you have it the right way. You don't want it to go on this way. Just look at the position of the old fan and make sure it's at the same position. Line up the holes. We have all 4 of those holes lined up, and put the bolts right back in. So to speed up the process a little bit, you can use a hammer drill. Just make sure you put these in by hand first, because you do not want to cross the threads, and don't over tighten them. To be able to get the fan in here, I'm going to take this clip off. So we have this special remover tool. Just sits right on here. And you can grab it like that. Of course, you could just use pliers if you don't have these. Move that down. So if this hose is pretty stuck, you can just take a small screwdriver and carefully pry under here. Make sure not to puncture the rubber, and that'll kind of break it loose. And then we can take this and pull it off. And there might be some coolant coming off, but it shouldn't be too much since this is one of the higher spots on the engine. There we go. Now that we have the hose disconnected, we can go ahead and try to fit our fan in here. Of course, it's going to be a tight fit, so just take your time and wiggle it in there. The fan wasn't quite able to fit, so we're going to take this clip off of this hose. Now this should pop off. These hoses can be a little tricky, but just wiggle it until they come off. And now with that hose disconnected, I think we'll be able to fit the fan in there. Yep. Slides in there like a dream. And now we just gotta connect it right onto here. So we need about 1/4 of an inch more to be able to slip that fan in there. So we're just gonna take off 4 bolts, or 2 bolts here and 2 bolts on the other side. And then it should slide forward about 1/4 of an inch. And on the other side. I sure hate when bolts fall, but I'm glad it just went all the way through the engine. Now we have that little bit of extra play, so let's try to go ahead and fit this in here. And there we go, right into place. So that just gave us barely enough room to slide that fan past, and we definitely do not want to take the whole bumper off just to put a new fan in. And whenever we can, when we're putting a new bolt on, just coat it with a little bit of anti-seize, and that makes a world of a difference whenever you're putting or taking it back off. Now we got our bolt anti-seized up, and let's go ahead and bolt it right onto the fan. So now we're just going to ratchet the bolt in just 1/4 of a turn at a time. So now go ahead and do the last couple turns, and you know you're getting close whenever it spins the fan, so then just hold it and snug it up one final time. And now we're ready. Whenever you're putting that fan on, with the belt there, it's gonna be practically impossible to muscle and fight the tensioner. And lucky for us, the tensioner has a little tab you can put the wrench on and pull on it, and that loosens up the belt. So now we've got a lot looser of a belt that we can put that fan on. So noticing how much of a struggle it was to get this off, we're just gonna put a little bit of anti-seize in here to make it easier the next time we take it off. So now let's put this hose on in the same way we took it off. And there we go. So now wiggle this clamp back into position. And this hose is connected again. Go ahead and put these bolts right here back in. And I really like using this impact hammer to just tighten these bolts down at the end. So if you have any antifreeze hit the floor, don't walk away. If there's any chance an animal can come and eat it, because it will kill the animal because it's poisonous, but it's sweet to them and it smells sweet, so they'll come and eat it. Try to catch as much as you can. We were able to catch all this, and we can put it back in the engine. So pour slow, and if there's any grit at the end, just don't pour it in. And we're pouring in a 50-50 mix of antifreeze and water. So we have a 50-50 mix of water and antifreeze, and we'll top off the antifreeze to full. basics on how to change and replace the fan on a Audi or Volkswagen with a 1.8T engine. So hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.